Ah, the music. If music be the food of love, play on, play on. That given excess of it, the appetite may sicken and so die. Stop it, Rowan. Don't be daft. Move on to the next thing. Our thanks there, by the way, to Patrick Cahill, telling the wonderful story of his dear mother, her passing, and his crusade to find out about her and to, I suppose, find her last resting place. So that's been done. Now, I'm taking you right back up to date with food and proper eating. Odhran McCorry he's out at Whitegates as a personal trainer, as a fitness freak. Did I call you a fitness freak? I don't mean that. He's not a freak under no circumstances. He's a nice guy.
Sometimes.
He's a nice guy. He's brought me in a gift. What is this thing you've given me? Is this a thing for urinating in an examination in the hospital,
well,
perhaps? No, it's not.
It might look a bit like a Rowan, but it's actually
green tea.
Green tea.
I got it in one.
Normally we take it quite hot, but on a nice day, it's got 20 degrees outside.
Let me try it.
Have made a nice ice version for us.
Different flavour, but wonderfully refreshing, I tell you. And this kind of thing that you're doing, this is very much, I suppose grounded too, is very much at the heart of the food revolution. What is the food revolution you've been involved in?
Well, the food revolution, Rowan, was a worldwide event. Jamie Oliver spearheaded it. He started it in America, and we decided, well, I decided as the Newry's ambassador, I wanted to bring it and help educate people in Newry about how to eat, what's really in the food that they're currently buying, and just simple ideas on how to eat.
How did you become Newry's ambassador?
Well, it was a sort of application thing. So you learned the application form online, and you had to explain why you were passionate about health and fitness and your current role in health and fitness and in the local community. So I applied, and it says I would be a good ambassador for Newry. So
why are you passionate? As you had answered it in your forms, there's no problem asking you. Why are you passionate about health and fitness?
Well,
you're young to start.
I obviously work in the field, so I'm out in Whitegates doing a bit of personal training there.
That's out in the meadow.
In the meadow, right.
You
right
guys in Montreal and all over the world, Mongolia, Montreal, in Toronto and in Manhattan and in Melbourne. You're from Newry and you're out there now. You remember the meadow. We used to call it Rooney's Meadow. And this guy's out there training all those people. Are people coming to you in Sharabang loads to be trained?
Yeah, well, I'm quite busy at the minute, so that's really where the whole emphasis on healthy eating comes from. I do a lot of nutrition work with clients, and you know, people don't know what's in their food nowadays, and the food companies really are just putting stuff in that's going to fill it up and make it nice and cheap for them, the long shelf life and stuff.
It's a difficult enough role that you occupy and perform in the community, because I've been there, and I say, yes, I want to sign up and I want to get fit and I want to have the muscles, send them back to me in the post, or I'll do a year with you and then I become Mr. Strongman UK or whatever else. But I mean, people drop off. How do you combat that?
Well, you just have to keep them interested, you know. As long as somebody's progressing towards the goal and they're not really stalling off, then that's the main thing, keeping them motivated, keeping them happy, keeping the programme always changing, you know.
It's a one-to-one thing, is it?
It's one-to-one and groups. I used to do a lot of one-to-ones, but now I sort of funneled everyone now into groups, because it's a more of a friendly atmosphere, more of an environment to motivate each other. So if somebody's missing, then where were you on Wednesday? I don't even need to ask that then.
There's a bit of fun there.
There's a bit of fun, everyone keeps each other motivated.
I suppose you're apart from being the ambassador for the food revolution, you're the ambassador for Newry youthful entrepreneurship. You're a young Newry businessman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why are you here and not like everybody else going off to America or Australia or China? Why are you sticking with Newry in spite of all its problems?
Well, Newry needs to get access to good trainers and good nutritional advice like everywhere else, and there is a lot of great trainers about Newry, but I decided I was going to hang about and try to build the business up and help people about Newry rather than just scurrying off.
I suppose scurrying off, What were your options at that time when you decided, I'm sticking with Newry? Destination Newry is for me.
Destination Newry, yes. Well, after university, you know, I was always talking about travelling, but came back home and got a job in the sports centre, and then went on to do my personal training qualification. And after that, I just decided, once I built the business up to a certain level, that there's no point in going anywhere. You know, there's not people in Newry needing help. So
you strike me as the sort of young man who couldn't possibly work for anyone else. You need to work for yourself. Yeah,
well, that's the way it's at now. I was over in employed by the council there, and decided to take a career break, and I'm loving going this full whack and putting me all into the clients, and rather than working around the 2 different jobs. So I'm now at this full time, and it's enjoyable being my own boss, I have to say.
Absolutely. I was talking to Gerard O'Hare, Dr. Gerard O'Hare, who he's the ambassador for Latvia in Newry. He's also the chief executive of Park of Green International. His vision a part of his vision for the next 5 years or more, is the bringing back to Newry, take them all home again, the bringing back to Newry of the very skilled Newry young people who have gone off around the world.
Yeah, yeah.
You can understand that.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people travelling for work reasons, whether it's even just over to England or further abroad to the likes of Australia and that, so.
Yeah. Odhran, you've said you made the choice for Newry, you were going to stay in Newry. What is it about Newry that holds on to you?
It's just a great city, you know.
What makes it great?
It's just like Ron, I know yourself from regular meetings in Grounded, it's just wee tiny communities like that where everyone knows each other, and you go in and you're just sitting having your coffee, maybe reading a book and doing something else, but everyone's always friendly, everyone says hello, everyone knows each other, and it's not just Grounded, it's all around the place, you know. There's different wee cultures like that where everyone does get to know each other, and we are a friendly crowd, you know.
Okay, that sounds good to me. I raise my container to you, and here we are to Destination Newry, to Whitegates, and to Odhran McCorry. There we are.
Thank you, Ron.